Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of Leicester Reborn. In today's episode, episode 58, it's actually been filmed in the middle of episode 57. I was going to put this in episode 57, but this is way too crazy for me to put in the middle of another episode. So we're going to do this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to film after filming what would have been part 2 of episode 57 now to say g'day, welcome, links down below, let me know. And it's just surrounding the fact I've accepted $196 million of a bid for a player of mine. Let me know how much money you would have taken in the comment section. Let me know what's the most amount of money that you've ever had offered for one of your players. Give the episode a like, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We of course are live. This has been the hallmark of accept and bang and 196 million for a backup player, etc. I think these guys are going to know who it is by just that. Who's the only backup player on my bench that could get a $196 million bid? It's kind of one guy. But with that being said, the biggest offer I've ever had was Fabio Silva at Metz, which I do mention in this next part. A 201 million, I think I rejected from Liverpool. And the main reason is by that stage we were winning the league, going undefeated, including beating PSG. Fabio Silva scoring 40 plus league goals in a 34 goal season, and Liverpool came in and just made a stupid offer. 201 mil, non-negotiable. We said no. Main reason for that is that we just needed the Champions League, and I've just been FM'd out the Champions League 3 years in a row. Eventually won the Champions League with Fabio Silva. But the difference between that was he was my star, number 9, not thing. Same for me with Velez. I need 300 plus mil for Velez, right? But for the guy that's a backup, because he's not starting, because I've already got another guy in his position who's also world class, I can get away with it, and we do have a replacement to come in. So yeah, let me know. My brain's still a mess after negotiating all that. Let me know what you would have done. Let me know how much you would have accepted it for, and of course, let me know what's the most amount of money you've ever had offered for one of your players. Secondly, as well, obviously I had this part. The next time you see the last part of episode 58, part 3, is when the offer officially gets accepted, and I send him off to the team that made the bid for him. Of course, as well, there's only a handful of teams that could bid 196 million. I know one of them is a team that made the offer, and yeah, there's going to be a lot of money coming into the football club. I'll see you guys in a second. YouTube, episode 57. I know we're going to recap the end of the group stage, which is halfway through January, but it's the 1st of Jan, and I've had a bid that is worth discussing in the YouTube episode. We are, of course, live, links down below, and velez, Silva, who has been like one of the best players. We've had some transfer dramas with him last season where he didn't want to go in or anything, is currently sitting as a world-class player, according to one scout, and then according to a head of youth, he's leading. I think he's outrageous. Has got a bid from PSG, $118 million, and it's negotiable. My question to you is, how much would you sell Mr. Silva for? He doesn't start for me because Olise is also world class, and Olise is Olise, right? And if you compare the pair between him and Olise, it's pretty darn close, right? Like, very close. Where Silva's that little bit more quicker, Olise is just so much more well-rounded, and I prefer it. And Olise, who is currently wanted at the moment by Chelsea, who would have to pay me because it's an English club, 300 million. Olise just keeps consistently, getting more than 15 returns a season easily. Last year was his least amount of goals he scored, but he got 14 assists in 29 games, and it was injured a lot, so he played 8 off the bench in that. All right, this year he's had 19 starts for 6 goals, 8, and it's only going to get better from here. So yeah, for me, I'm not going to ever start Silva until we sell Olise. Olise gets 31, 32. So with that being said, how much would you take? He wants to go because he wants a wage rise, which means obviously when it turns around and we reject this and he gets upset, he's going to give us a figure of how much he wants to stay. And look, to be fair, with the amount of money I've got, as long as he's not requesting 300k a week, which is currently on 130, and yeah, I'm going to, look, my chat said 150. I don't think we can sell him for anything less than a figure of 200 million. You might be thinking, Damien, that's ludicrous, but hey, I think he's worth that much. I've only had 200 million offered to me once. It was for Fabio Silva by Liverpool. After 2 consecutive seasons, Fabio Silva scored 40 goals plus in a 34-game league season in France. But by that stage, I was winning the French league undefeated and just chasing Champions Leagues. Before he offered this out, PSG have at the moment 82 million finances. Their board would give them the money. I'm going to request the 229 mil. They talked, and they've come back and offered 140. They have just offered us 140 million. 106 mil up front. 25 mil over 3 years plus 8 mil when he plays 20 games. We're never going to get profit on this, so get rid of that. That doesn't exist, profit on sale. There is no profit on sale. Okay? Because you're not selling him. $175 plus the 25. They come back and offer me 173 million. Holy boys. They have just said 173 million, and if you think I'm lying, webcam takeaway of the webcam, you can see in between the water of 173. 124 up front. 16.5 over 3 years. After 20 games of Mexico, 9.5. He will do that. And after 30 goals, 22 mil, which I actually think he might struggle. I'm going to bring that down to 10. I'm going to bring that down to 5. I'm going to ask for 150 mil up front. I'm going to get greedy here. 150 mil. 17.5. 18 mil. 11 mil after 5 games. 25 after 10 goals. Oh my God, they didn't say yes, but they just gave me this offer. I've never had an offer this high. Well, I've had offers this high. I've never had an offer this high that I've actually considered. With Fabio Silva, I just rejected it because I said we just need to win the Champions League, save us over. We ended up doing it next season. That is a non-negotiable, mostly up front, $196 million. $196 million. Let me just take a photo and send it to my mate Paul. Let me just send a photo of my mate Paul. Oh, my camera's gone all thing. Everyone's telling me to accept. Oh, man. All right, or do we accept? Do we accept? Do we accept? Boys are telling me to accept. Bang, accept. Bang, accept. Why do we accept? Why do you accept this? Mick's now telling me to accept. Why do we accept this? I'm thinking we turn it down. Am I the only one that thinks we should turn this down? Am I the only one that thinks that we need 300 million? Reinvest, but in what? You're not going to get anyone that good at 21. Against fashion world-class players. I don't need it. I've got world-class players. I will say this guy does not start for me. This guy does not start for me. Luis Gil Silva does not start for me. And the reason why he does not start is because I have a guy called Olise at 27 years of age. Who is not young, he's 27. Also means we need a backup right winger. No one out on loan is a backup right winger. No one out on loan is a backup right winger. Thomas is a backup left winger. Yaya on the bench is a backup left winger. So 196 mil for a backup, pretty much. But he was always going to start. The other thing is, and I know it shouldn't matter, it's because I fought so hard to make sure he became homegrown. I'm going to have to accept this. All right, let's just go through what we're going to get here. 142 mil up front, tick. 19 mil over 3 years. It's a guaranteed 6 mil every year, so that's guaranteed. That means we're guaranteed, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, $161 million at the worst. That's $161 million at the worst. We get guaranteed 9.75 mil after 20 games for Mexico. He's Mexico's best player. So that is $171 million guaranteed. Or $170 million guaranteed. And then 25.5 when he scores 30 goals for PSG. That might take a couple of years for him to do. We get 40% of the profit of next sale. He will not go for more money than this unless somehow Real Madrid get bought out by two tycoons at the same time and decide to give him 400 mil. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh, I just accepted it. Oh, what would you have done? It's 196 million. We just accepted 196 million. What's Salah doing? Is Salah still alive? I'm going to get Salah in for 2 years as a backup. Salah. Mohamed Salah's still at Liverpool. Just give me a scout. When does your contract expire? In a year's time. You want to come in, Salah, for like 2 seasons? Could you imagine I get rid of this guy and I get Salah as the backup right winger for 2 seasons? Because I can. Oh my, I just don't believe what I just did. I don't believe what I just did. I do not believe what I just did. I don't believe what I just did. He doesn't get into my team, but I just don't believe what I just did. Quickly, because this has taken forever, I do apologise because it's the middle of an episode. I guess what it means is we can bring Adam Lynch back and put Adam Lynch on the bench. That's the thing I forgot, is we do have Adam Lynch that could come back, we could recall, and Adam Lynch finally gets minutes for me. I know he's been developing out on loan, but he gets minutes for me, we can work towards getting his potential. Decent Premier League player, has got that world-class potential, has not developed once in the save, but he might be good enough if we sell Silva, we bring Lynch back and Lynch just plays off the bench. He's homegrown as well. That means we make $196 million on a guy that we bought in for peanuts, and we have one of the guys from our academy to come back. That ain't not too bad. We bought him for 7.75 mil and we're selling him for 196 mil. I'm happy with this. Look, we're selling Silva. When we come back here, YouTube, you guys will see our... you will see how we went in the league phase in general. Also, to let you know, we locked Liverpool out in the quarterfinal of the Cabaret Cup. I got Bournemouth in the semi. More than likely, we're going to be in another final in the Cabaret Cup as well. But yeah, Lynch, what would you have done? 196 million? Yeah, that's meant. Good morning, YouTube. Morning coffee is basically done. Our shot of short black is gone. And in the meantime, I do have Adam Lynch on the screen because we're about to recall him because the one in the inbox is Silva. Oh, it's $161 million. 139 mil going straight into the transfer budget. And do I plan on spending it? Not really, because Adam Lynch is the guy that I am probably going to recall. Oh, it's been fun, Lewis Gilhermo Silva. It has been fun. The coaches all think you're an outstanding footballer. Since coming in and joining me, 17 games in the first season, 7 starts, 10 off the bench, 7 goals, 1 assist, playing mainly up front as a backup striker with the pace. The last couple of years playing a bit more out wide. 14 starts, 9 off the bench, 12-5 is a pretty good return. 17 starts, 12 at the bench, yet again showing that, in the rotation squad gets a few starts, but does, play off the bench quite a bit. 8 and 6, still not bad. And then this year, 4 starts, 14 off the bench, just really shows he is a backup. We're getting 196 mil for a backup. 2 goals, 6 assists. Everyone that I've spoken to said we have to take this. I've run it past AJ, who doesn't watch too much content, watches the occasional YouTube video. So AJ, if you watch this one, thanks, mate, because your decision helped me out. My mate Paulie, obviously, who I do podcasts and been playing FM with since like 2013. Reckons we should take this, and obviously you guys saw the reaction of the Twitch last night before we got off. I got off after accepting the Lewis Gilhermo Silva bid. With that being said, we have to take it. 196 mil, officially the most amount of money I've ever done. You've been a fantastic servant, Lewis. You've been great. Maybe down the track, once we've won everything in the save, we might get you back at 30 years of age. Now it's a question of what do we do to have him as, have some replacement here. And I think the easiest decision here is just ridiculous. He's that man. He's just gone. 161 mil guaranteed. The rest is all clauses. Yeah, just good luck to him. PSG, I'm hoping he's on a massive amount of money there. He's on 195k a week. There used to be a way to see if he's an important player. Can't remember that contract. Sell-on percentage. It used to say in here somewhere. I would imagine on that amount of money, he's one of their best players. Let's go to PSG. Sorry guys, I'm on sidetrack. PSG, Ligue 1, season preview. Oh, he makes the media dream 11. He's going to play up front with Mbappe. Oh. He's going to play minutes. Okay, PSG, he's going to score goals. That's the main thing. Now it's a question of what do we do here without me having a look too crazily. And it's what do we do with the players? And I think there's two that we can recall, right? And this is the beautiful thing, is you've got Thomas Garcia and Lynch is the two. Now, Garcia, this is his first year playing first team football week in, week out. Look how well he's developing as a winger. He's gone from being a championship to a Premier League player. He's averaging a 7.14. Valencia, obviously, are having a decent year, sitting fifth, and is one of their better players in the league for them. And with that being said, I'm very happy, and he's also got Ashby out there with him, who is starting to develop as well and looking quite good. The second one is Adam Lynch. Now, SM Siena are a decent side, but they're sitting 11th. Don't get me wrong, he gets into the team in the hole or out wide, and he's having an okay year. 6.91 in the French league. We've used him, and he hasn't really developed through here. My plan and what I'm leading to is we get Lynch in because he's our homegrown talent for our own academy, and we love that. We use him, and he's got the rest of these 6 months to say, I'm ready to make the step up. You need to get to a 3-star overall, and you need to get a couple more of these 14s to 15. And then I'll turn around and go, okay, you're the usable one. And I'll probably loan Garcia out one more time to give him 2 years of first team football before he comes in to be the backup left wing, and we sell probably Assaan for 100 mil or, The second thing we need to is call Garcia back because he can play on the right, even though he's right-footed, as a left-footed inverted winger, which Silva did, and they got a lot of assists. I think we're going to get Lynch back because I think Adam Lynch with football is a guy that you just need to get in, and he will play in the FA Cup here as well. Lynch is back. I don't know if we need to go to squad register and register him in, but I think that's the plan. Lynch. No, he's not under 21, so we need to do that. I'm going to take him off the loan list as well. Confirm that selection. And we're going to take him off the loan list as well. There we go. So that's Lynch done. He's fantastic. He's been developing. I think straight away you're going to work him on... I reckon... Even though it doesn't do too much, crossing will get a 15 crossing and a technique up to 13. We'll get to 14, then 15, hopefully. Might work that. And then we'll work some other stuff. I think we're going to be really harsh on Lynch. This is Lynch's time to either make it or break it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get Lynch into there. Lynch is the guy. Mace makes the bench. Lynch over Scott. And there we go. I think that is now your new best 11. By the way, Kefren Turam, as good as he is. Lastly, Reyes. Is that good? Is that good, ladies and gentlemen? That is getting to a stage that you need to play him. The only problem is, in the role I prefer him in, the Segunda Volante role, he's a 2.5-star defensive mid, even though I love him in the role. But yeah, it's now getting to a stage where the Uruguayan is the best midfielder that we have. I think that's your new best 11 now. Is a team that contains Melier, Carter, Skriniar, Tomori, Livramento, Ugrate and Reyes, Olise, Smith-Rowe, assaan and Velez, with a backup team that contains Thuram and Lavie as the midfield two, which is world-class for most. Lynch, who's come through our own academy. Yaya, who on paper is actually as good, if not better than Assaan. Ricardo Mace, for people that are wondering, the man from Man United. Apparently won't develop anymore according to the game, which at 19 is ludicrous. And 3-star, which is a good Premier League player, and fast becoming homegrown here as well. You got the lights of a Linus, who is a wonder kid that probably arguably should be playing over Tomori right now. And the main reason he should be playing over Tomori right now is because, if he did, he would develop into a world-class centre-back by the end of the year. Or Skriniar. And you got Jose Marcha, who's a 4-star player at the moment, according to the game as well. Or according to whoever gives me my CA potential and ability. Which I don't know who gives it to you on the here, and then I think it's my head of youth that gives it to you here, from Ian Crawley. So yeah, we've got a really good team. If anything, I think the first team looks like that. I really do. I think that's the first team now. I think it's Carter, Linus, Marshall, Livramento, Reyes, Manuel Ugrate, but I am going to give Skriniar and Tomori this last season together because one's 30, one's 32, 33. And they're both still elite, and we're going to do that. That's what the team looks like. I think that's a really strong 11. If you were to go and save this as the first team, and if you were to go and put in my rotation team, have a look how strong this rotation team becomes now. It is insanely good. If you go Thuram into here, you go Lynch into that side, as well. All of a sudden you're looking at this team, apart from Nestor obviously learning to play right back, you got three world class players at the back. You got a world class wonder kid, a guy at left centre back that should be starting for me week in week out, Thomas. You got two world class central midfielders, a captain and an ex vice captain that are outrageous. You got a homegrown talent on the right wing who has world class potential if he develops. You got Alex Scott in there for now, who will become Fuller next year, and Bill Bork will get minutes. Yaya, who arguably should be starting, and Ricardo Mays, who, if it wasn't for a guy called Velez, would probably be starting as well. You've got a pretty world-class squad. Lest you forget that our bench is pretty damn good as well. Like, we have a very good bench, and you got a young kid in Moore who's developing, who, if he hits his potential, will become a leading centre-back as well in the league. So, yeah, we're in a really good spot. I know this has been a bit wordy. I'm still a lot, even though I've stepped on it, 196 million. I can't believe we have a transfer budget of 268 mil. I actually really wish the board took about 100 of that 100 mil out and just put it in the club's finances because we hemorrhage money. But yeah, with that being said, that's an episode done. 196 million. You guys get to have a look at what the backup 11 looks like, which I believe is that. And we're going to save that before I do anything. Rotation. There we go. And let me know in the comment section if you use these, by the way. And our first team looks that good. We're strong. We're really bloody strong. And we made money. 196 mil on a backup right winger. Till next time, thank you guys for checking out this episode. Obviously, it's been a bit of a whirlwind. Give it a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you, and goodbye.